Good morning, students. Today we are talking in this video about our chapter 5 of class 12, Children and Sports. In this module, we learn about motor development, different type of motor development, and the different of activities to make the motor development better. And we also discuss about the different of deformities and their reasons and their variables. In that deformities like round shoulders, flat foot, and others also. So let's start our video. In this video, the first we are talking about the motor development. Motor development only happens when the child is biologically and mentally ready for it. Motor development refers to the development of movement and various motor abilities from birth to till death. It is ability to move around and manipulate his or her environment. And there are four stages of motor development in children age. First one is infanthood, the very early age 0 to 2, to how to crawl, how to make noise, weeping, laughing. Second is early childhood 2 to 6, running, diving, swimming, like that. Middle childhood make extra effort to do his or her work, outdoor sports, many of physical activities. And later childhood 12 years and later as your age, that means teenagers. Now different of physical activities to make their body build muscles for making muscles also. So now the types of motor development. Types of motor development are, there are two types of motor development. First one is gross motor development. Second one is fine motor development. Gross motor development. This development uses the larger muscles like our hand, our thighs. Likewise, on the skeleton and groups of larger muscles to maintain posture and balance for the activities such as throwing ball, walking, running, and hooping. Because in this activity, the larger muscles involved in these activities. Second one is fine motor development. This development is seen in smaller muscles like our finger, toes, and hand, feet, face, or more precise activities such as eating. Speaking like me, I just use the smaller muscles of my face to speak out for this video. And so on. The factors that influence motor development. The development and quality of a child motor skills are influenced by many factors. Some of are this. First one is tone. It refers to the outgoing construction and state of the muscles at rest. What kind of tone you have? Athlete tone, slim, fatty, fatigue. Likewise. Second one is strength. Strength. It refers to the force of a muscle contraction purposefully extended against resistance to carry out an activity. Third one is endurance. Endurance means what? Endurance is ability to maintain the expression and required for an activity. That means how much we are prepared and ready for any activity or any physical activity such like that. Motor planning, the complex and offer intuitive ability to know how to carry out the steps needed to complete our physical activity. That means it is a planning how to make the physical activity in a better way with less energy. Third one is sensory integration. Sensory integration is ability to accurately interpret sensory input from the environment and to produce an appropriate motor response. For example, if I am exhausted because of heat, then how I maintain my temperature of the body to give my extra effort in any of physical activity. Likewise, now to improve our motor development, some of the trainings are there like weight training. Weight training refers to the physical exercise which involves lifting weights to improve the performance of the muscles, especially larger muscles. And weight training for children carries with a variety of advantages. First one is it builds muscles, strength and strong bones. It reduces excess body weight. It boosts confidence. And the last one, it makes a child more competitive because it strengthens our bones and muscles. Disadvantage of weight training are also serious injuries have to come from situation with home gym equipment. Another disadvantage is of non-flexibility because when the muscles are to be pulled up, then the flexibility is lost by our body. So these are two disadvantages. Concept of correct postures. There is the first thing is that we are talking about the posture. We thought there is any posture, there is any weight of a proper posture. Yes, there is a correct posture of standing. In standing position, both the heels of the feet should meet each other. Likewise, and the whole body should be erect, knees straight, chin inside, chest forward, and belly backward placed inside with the equal body weight on the both feet. In this position, the complete body should be balanced. That means this is the proper way to stand up. Now, next is the correct posture of sitting. This is the second and important thing. Correct posture of sitting. When sit like a chair on our hips should be straight, line and erect. Legs should be touched to the ground and should not be hanging position. Most of the time, whatever we just put one leg to another, and that we make in a hanging condition. That is the problem of blood circulation. And should be erect with the upper region of backward straight against the back of the. And the between book and the eye should be at least 30 centimeter. This is the gap between the book and thus. At least 30 centimeter. As you have the scale, just check out once with yourself that how much gap you have with your eyes and book. Difference in between of eyes and your book. Check it out. And a table with slight inclination towards the outside is appropriate. Now, the advantage of correct postures. Advantages are improves physical appearance if you always follow the correct posture of standing and sitting. Some of the advantages are improves physical appearance, have more energy because your leg and body is not pinning as earlier as now. Increase flexibility, reduce muscle tension, increase confidence. As I told now, blood circulation is not proper whenever we are not sitting or standing as proper posture. Now, causes of bad posture. Poor posture is the posture that results from the certain muscles tightening or shortening. There are different factors. Some of the factors why people are not used the proper postures. The first thing is pain or past injuries in any of body part. Low nutrition. Sometimes whenever we don't have the proper nutrition, that time our body is not properly balancing in sitting and standing posture. Overweight and obesity. Maybe this is the reason not to standing properly because of overweight in the same condition of sitting. Habit and type of job, lifestyle and fashion. Common posture deformities. What are the common deformities of this posture? The refers to deformation is skeletal structure or where the body parts are not aligned that results in some kind of posture deformities. People having postural deformities cannot perform their work efficiently. Some common postures deformities are like knock knee, flat foot, round shoulders, lordosis, kyphosis and ball legs and scoliosis. Now, start with the knock knee. So first, the common deformities mostly find in girls. Knock knee. What is the knock knee? Knock knee is a postural deformity in which both the knees touch or overlap each other in the normal standing position. Due to this deformity, an individual usually face difficulty during walking. If your both knee touch together or overlap to each other at the time of running or walking, you have some problem. So, what are the causes? Weakness of muscles and ligaments, overweight body. The biggest reason is that lack balance diet, lack of vitamin D, calcium and phosphorus. Remember, these are the biggest thing, vitamin D, calcium and phosphorus. Precautions. What are the precautions if we want to change, if we want to make these deformities out from our life or from our body. The first thing is balanced diet should be taken. Do not force babies to walk at early age, because sometimes what happen na, in our for our desire fulfillment, we push the infant child or a small baby to start to walk and running at the age of 1 or 2 years. It is the reason of knock knees also. Corrective measures. If you feel that you have this deformity, how to correct it? Horse riding is to be done regularly, or keep a pillow. Second thing is, maybe you had done. Keep a pillow between your knees wherever is possible. That means at the time of sleeping or at the time of rest, you just put a pillow in between of your knees. That it make remove these deformities. Perform Padmasana and Gomukhasana. If you do, you take nutrients meal, as I told, vitamin D, calcium and phosphorus. Second thing is flat foot. Flat foot is second deformity. It is a deformity of the feet. In this deformity, there is a no arc in the foot, and foot is completely flat. When your foot is to be flat, there is no arc in between of it. That means you are the deformatized with flat foot problem. The individual faces problem in standing, walking and jumping and running. This activity is always problematic for the flat foot person. Causes having heaviness of the body. First, standing for a long time. If you are doing a job of standing, maybe the flat foot problem is to be there. Use of poor quality footwear. This is another thing. Not having an arc and faulty posture. The not proper way to stand up. Now, what are the precautions if we have this problem? First, wear shoes of proper shape and size. The first thing is that high heel shoes or walking barefoot for long duration should be avoided. Don't use high heels for a long time. Otherwise, you have the problem of flat foot. Corrective measures. How to make correct if you feel that you have the deformities of flat foot? How to correct it? Walk on heels and toes. Pick up marbles with toes. Perform Vajrasana or walk on wooden staircase. These are some of the precautions. If you take, maybe you resolve from these deformities. Third one is round shoulders. Shoulders is a posture deformity in which the shoulders become round as they are drawn forward. The head is extended and the chin points forward. How causes poor postures of in work, particularly in desk job, faulty furniture, wrong habit of standing and sitting, carrying heavy load on shoulders. Now, precautions. Do not sit, stand or walk in bent position. Avoid tight-fitting clothes, especially the second reason. Corrective measures, stand in correct posture. Keep the finger on tips of the shoulders like that and move up and move down. This is an activity or physical exercise to make your round shoulders problem. Okay, now the fourth one is lordosis. It is an inward curvature of spine or a deformity of spinal curvature. It is an increased forward curve in the lumbar region. It creates problem in standing and walking like this. So causes habitual overeating. The first reason is. Second is improper environment. Third is diseases affecting weight bear. Fourth one is improper development of muscles. Next one is lack of exercise. What are the precautions? Precautions are take a balanced diet. Second, keep the body straight while carrying weights. Third, avoid walking too long weight on one hand. Don't walk, sit, stand in bent position. Corrective measures. Perform Hastasana or Paschimottanasana. Do not do sit-ups slowly, sit-ups to make body bent up. Stand to attention and touch the feet with the hands repeatedly, likewise. go down, go up. Lie on your back and lift it vertically. Okay, so this is it. Now the fifth one is kyphosis. Kyphosis is a deformity of the spinal curvature in which there is an increase of acceleration of backward curve or a decrease of a forward curve. चुक जाते हैं ऐसे likewise. And it is also called a round upper back. Causes malnutrition, illness, carrying heavy loads on shoulders, habit of bending while walking, wearing light and shapeless clothes. This is the second reason. Tight and shapeless. Precautions. Take a balanced diet. Always be balanced diet. Always helpful for your balanced body. Keep body straight with carrying weights. Avoid walking too long with weight on one hand. Do not walk. The same is there. Now, corrective measures. Bend head backwards and standing position. Likewise. Second, perform chakrasana or bhujangasana. Hold arms at the shoulder level and bending elbows. Like. Now, bow legs. What are the bow legs? It is a deformity just as reverse as knock knee. The position, in fact, there is a wide gap between the knees. This is the just opposite to the knock knee. Knock knee, that means the touch, and bow legs, that means just wide gap in between of knees. The deformity can be observed easily when individual walk or run. That's cause putting extra weight on leg muscles, lack of balanced diet, deficiency of calcium and phosphorus, improper way of walking, forcing babies to walk at early age. Now, precautions, balanced diet should be taken again. Do not force babies to walk early age. Corrective measures, never stand for a long time, use vitamin D, supplement and a proper balanced diet, walk by bending the toes inward and inner edge of the feet. Proper massage should be given in the child of this problem observed early in life if it has happened. Now, scoliosis. Scoliosis is a posture deformity, the last one, of spinal curvature in which there is a large lateral curve extending through the whole length of the spine. Or there may be two curves. This type of deformity is also called curve deformities. Causes short leg of one side flat foot, carrying heavy loads on one shoulders, hereditary defects like that bend up one side, or one side paralysis of spinal muscles. Precaution, take a balanced diet, keep the body straight while carrying weights, avoid walking too long weight on one hand, do not walk, sit or stand in bent position. Corrective measures, perform trikonasana for proper technique, avoid walking with a heavy weight, lie down prone position on the chest and towards, stand erect and like this. So, these are motor development, different of motor development skills, different of, we are also talking about the standing and sitting posture, and we also talking about the posture deformities. I hope you like this video and learn about different of deformities and also learn about the corrective measures for these deformities. So thank you very much.